All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. And peace, love, and salutations to the Akim that's out there laboring, that's of the hopeful elect, that's doing this work and truth and sincerity. And pretty much this is a video short from Anton Daniels, pretty much a coon, you know, um, you know, this man, pretty much there's a lot of guys like this, the content creators that pretty much, have this way of thinking that, they try to pretty much, seek love, so to speak, okay, from the other nations, so to speak. He trims his ways to seek love, you know, and pretty much, man, the spirit is out there, man, where, E is being called out, man, and he doesn't like it, okay? Pretty much everybody, pretty much would, close their mouth and walk on eggshells with this damn man, but the atrocities, and pretty much the standard of living that has been morphed to what we see today, is pretty much coming up to his face right now. Okay? Now, this is the least thing that this man needs to be worried about is, him being called out on the BS. And, these are pretty much two-time losers at the end of the day. These guys are Joe Blow six-packs that don't have their hand in the power of the world, so to speak. Okay? Anything that this country does, as far as using the military to accomplish it, behind closed doors business deals, he has no part in that. Okay? This man is just receiving, the crumbs that's falling off the master's table at the end of the day. Okay? So he needs to be concerned with his own livelihood and where this place is pretty much headed to, okay? Because it's being headed into a very dark place, okay? All right, the economy is pretty much being what you want to say, pretty much controlled in a manner of collapse, so to speak, okay? All right. An engineered famine is pretty much is what's going on right now. All right. And all this man is speaking about is he doesn't want to stay silent no more and take the rebuke, okay, that his people had pretty much done in the earth. Now we're gonna listen to the madness of this man and what he's speaking about, because the average so-called Babylonian doesn't know anything, okay. They pretty much, first and foremost, so they pretty much vote against their own interests. Okay? You got the lowest Edomite that thinks that they're better than the best son of Jacob. Okay? And they pretty much, will vote against their best interests, man. Okay? Even when they think it's gonna destroy us and make our lives miserable, it makes their own lives miserable, man. Okay? You see? Because contrary to popular belief, these people are pretty much living from paycheck to paycheck, man. Okay? And Jake is calling them out on their BS, man. Here it is, man. You got a head start of 500, 400, 500 years. Okay? And here it is. You're in the same boat as the oppressed, so to speak, man. Okay? Or probably even doing worse. You see? All right? And he can't take the heat that's pretty much that has come up into the kitchen, man. But let's get some more context on basically on what this whole thing is about, and we're gonna get some scriptures. All right, so without any further ado.
All right, this might hurt some feelings, but whatever. I was just scrolling through my feed and I saw a couple of posts about how white people have no culture. And I'm just over this white guilt, white shame type stuff. I'm not advocating for white supremacy. I'm just advocating the end of white silence and the end of white guilt and the end of white shame, because Our culture participated in nothing that your culture hadn't participated in previously. We didn't start slavery, but we damn sure ended it. And the only place that slavery still exists are in people of color societies in Africa and the Middle East.
And that's a damn lie at the end of the day. Okay, all right. Because what you have now is that you have pretty much they have people have drunken of your cup, man. Okay, and pretty much, man, you pretty much oppress them, man, of their mind. You oppress them. You colonize these countries. Okay, all right. You suck the resources out of the countries. Okay, all right. And the people are doing hard labor, and you're behind it. You see? Okay, you see the hypocrisy of these people, and their thought process is on a real low level, man. Okay, all right. A lot of those countries are the melanated peoples, okay, that are pretty much are working like slaves, or working for the benefits of the big corporations, man. Okay, but of course you don't see it because you don't benefit from it. Okay, you always want to keep your hands clean. All right, you're just a pawn that's in the middle of the battle between Esau and Jacob, man. Okay, you see, you're just pretty much going to get caught in the whirlwind that's about to come, man. Okay, you see, all right, and you're pretty much going to receive the same judgment as the elites do, man. Okay, you receive your judgment as a nation, man. Okay, you see, so you trying to say that you ended it. You didn't end slavery, because right now everybody's pretty much enslaved under this this financial system that we are pretty much subject to, man. Okay, scriptures speak about us being subject to payments, man. So what is this guy speaking of, man? All right, let's continue.
The Vikings figured out how to circumnavigate the globe before the Islamic world ever figured out how to get their feet wet.
Right. Yeah, we was Vikings and shit, right? And here it is, man. It is this guy's, in no culture, of course, okay? You here it is, you take other people's culture on, you take off their lands and take on their culture, man. Okay? You pretty much whitewash everything. Okay? You see? All right? History is told by your standpoint of lies, which is really supremacy, man. Okay? You see? But now everything's all being uncovered, man, and this is what these people don't like about it, man. Okay? The truth is coming out, man. Okay? And there's a new spirit that's in the earth, man. Okay? All right?
It wasn't us that was going into Africa and pulling the slaves out. It was other Africans grabbing them and enslaving them.
And I'm going to do a lesson on that, though, because this is what the contrary to popular belief, this is what they like to believe. Okay? This is what they like to believe. That other ones was grabbing. No. You people pretty much, it's for another topic of discussion, though, but that's the whole preconceived notion that they have, though. Okay? So that you're saying because of that happened, that you have no hand in it, though. Okay? All right? They were still a whole thousands of miles away. Okay? All right? And what were the atrocities that were going on those ships on the way to the Americans, man? Okay? You see? All right? And what was established here? Just because you trying to see initially, because they wasn't initially captured by you, that your hands are clean. Your hands are not clean, man. Okay? All right? You see?
We invented democracy. We invented the constitutional republic. The bubonic plague wiped out half of Europe. And what did we do? We got together and discovered Western medicine and inoculations and vaccines. I'm not saying that we're better than you, but we're damn sure not worse. There are 4 major ethnic groups in this planet. There are black people, white people, Asian people, and Hispanic people. And
see, this is the hypocrisy and the madness that these people spew. Okay? You see? This is how he wants to break it down into colors now. The social constructs that have been put on the people, man. Okay? You see? And look at this coon here. He's sitting there he's in ingredients with this man. Okay? You see? You think that these people are going to be singing Kumbaya some one day. The Lord didn't set this place up to be that, man. Okay? You see? All right? We're here first and foremost, man, because of the punishment from of us transgressing the laws that our powers has set up for us, man. Okay? You see? All right? And we're pretty much at the end of this whole thing right now, man. All right? But now is the time for this man to be called out, man. And he doesn't like it. You see?
We are the smallest, and we are the only group that you're demanding shut up. And because we're not doing it anymore, you're just going to scream racist louder and louder and louder, and we are done caring. We are not ashamed of who we are. We are not better than you, but we're damn sure no worse. And if we're so freaking terrible, then why? Why does the entire Eastern world flock to countries that we created? Answer.
And the reason why the people flock here is because you destroy their country. Okay? All right? You put hell on the people abroad. All right? This is why you have a lot of these people that are going into the UK, going into France, Britain, okay? And going to these different countries like that, man. Okay? Coming to the United States. Okay? It's because why? It's because you're oppressing the people there and destroying them, man. Okay? And sucking the resources, man. All right? The people are not benefiting from what their home country produces, man. Okay? It's going into the pockets of the big corporations, man. Okay? Which are owned by the West. You see? But you see how the shallow thinking that these people run around with, man. Okay? All right? That right there is a plague in itself. For you to be here, it is, man. He's at the end of his route, man. He's still thinking so ignorantly, okay, about his perception of the world, man. Okay? You see? All right? But it's going to be to his own destruction, man. Okay? All right? These people are going to die in their ignorance, man. Okay?
Be that. I don't think that he's wrong. I don't think that he's wrong in feeling a level of fatigue, and let's be honest, and I know that there's going to be people in the chat, and that's fine, because me having this conversation generates and hopefully inspires debate and critical thinking. But he's right in that the majority of white people in this country, unless you're a white apologist, is considered the enemy. There is nobody in America that is more villainized than white people, white men specifically. Heterosexual white men is the poster child for the villain in the United States of America. Now, I can't speak for any other country because I'm not a part of their culture and I haven't lived there for my whole life.
This man has the tentacles that reach across the earth, man. Okay? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, man. As the scripture says, man. Okay? You see? All right? You got people right here that's trying to defend and be some type of gatekeeper. You ain't no gatekeeper for nobody, bro. Okay? All right? There's a new spirit that's going on in the earth, man. And the nations have drunk of this man's Kool-Aid, man. The nations are mad now, man. Okay? You see? All right? Let's get some scriptures, man. All right? All right? This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1. Okay? I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what shall I answer when I am reproved. Okay? You got men that's pretty much standing 10 toes down, man, and pretty much the spirit of righteousness is coming into the earth, man. Okay? And our job is to bring Jacob back to the Lord, man. Okay? The remnant. All right? And the Lord said and answered and said, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it, man. And we're running, man. Okay? All right? We're making it plain upon tables, though, man. Okay? But the people whose ears this is for, that they may run that read it, man. Right? For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry, man. Okay? And the visions that are coming now, the appointed times are now that these prophecies are being fulfilled, man. Okay? This man is on a straight decline, man. Okay? You see? All right? This man has no damn integrity, man, at the end of the day, man. Okay? And you're seeing a place that is morally and spiritually broken, man, because of that, man. Okay? And our people pretty much are in the middle of that whole thing, man. Okay? You see? All right? Here it is, man. He's mad about being the poster child of what it is, everything that's wrong with this place. Okay? And no accountability wants to be taken from that, man. He's just here of pulling up stuff on his feed. Okay? So he's in that algorithm where it's showing you pretty much that whole you're the cause of the problem, man. You're the common denominator, man. Okay? Everybody sees it, man. Okay? The nation see it, man. Okay? You got a bone to pick with everybody. That's what this man's problem is, man. Okay? All right, as a nation, they got a bone to pick with everybody. They got a problem with everybody, man. Okay, you see, all right. So the scriptures speak about, man. All right, let's get it real quick. Let me just come back real quick. Um, I remember where it's at. Uh, let's see. Let's see. Slock it, bear with me real quick. Um, right, let's get this real quick. This is Isaiah chapter 33, verse 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. Okay, and this is what the spirit is happening right now, man. Okay, this man wants to pretty much, lighten up his foot off the neck, so to speak. All right, and it's just talk, you know. Okay, but he's calling for I don't have anything to do with it, and whatever he's in his mind, he's trying to run away from his judgment, man. Okay, all right, you gotta remember something. This man and his people, they're still fugitives, man. Okay, all right, they're still fugitives, man, and they're still wandering throughout the earth, man, being vagabonds, man. Okay, you see, all right, we're getting back to Habakkuk. Okay, for the vision written and for an appointed time is now, man. Okay, you see, right? It says, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith," man. And we're gonna have a great deal of faith, man, to get through what this man has pretty much set the path for, man, in this place, man. Okay, you see, okay, yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, right? Neither keep it at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell and as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heap up unto him all people, man. Okay, and this is what you have done to build this great melting pot that you want to call, right? Okay, now you got a problem with it now. Okay, why? It's because mediocrity is not pretty much getting you anywhere anymore, man. Okay, all right. You got guys like this individual, like here. Let's pull him up real quick, man. Okay, you got guys like this individual here. Okay, all right. Pretty much, prospered in this place, man. Okay, more than likely his foreparents fought in the wars. Okay. Then they pretty much got ahead in society through that GI Bill. Okay, where they were able to buy homes. Meanwhile, so-called Negroes was redlined, so to speak. Okay, so you figure of buying a home back in them days, you buying a house for maybe $5,000-6,000. Okay, now you got the houses that are worth over $500,000, man, or more. You see, okay, and that's pretty much generational wealth. Okay, you see, and then you had it to where you're able to put your kids through college, and the kid would just barely be making it through college, man. A lot of them, man. Okay, but they knew they had a job lined up for them when they get out of college, man. Okay, all right. That's pretty much being mediocre, man. Okay, pretty much getting set up already incorporated in these other jobs, these high-paying jobs, because you knew somebody. Okay, all right. The ultimate hookup you people were getting. Okay, you see. But now you're seeing now that the melting pot pretty much is people are coming over here that are highly skilled and are pretty much much more skilled and advanced than you are in a lot of these industries, man. Okay, people of melanated of different nations, man. You see, so the mediocrity of this man is not getting him anywhere no more. you know, where you can be able to, you know, back like in the good old days in the 50s, where the man would just be the one person going to work, man. The woman would be home cleaning the house and making apple pies. You see, and the man come home with his briefcase and you know, pretty much, you know, the woman would be at the door with his slippers. You know, those type of times are over with, man. Okay, because now people need the husband and wife to go to work, man, to make ends meet, and they still struggle from that, man. Okay, why? It's because the mediocrity, okay, all right, is not pretty much uh, a way of living here no more, man. Okay, everything has gone up, man, astronomically, man. You see, okay. So the pretty much, man, when the man would be go out in the workforce and the woman would stay home, there's no more of that anymore, man. Okay, you got people that are still trying to struggle to do that, man, and they're killing themselves, man. Okay, you see, all right. So and the mediocre effort that these people had to put in, okay, to make a decent living, is fading away, man. Okay, you see. So this man has a lot more things to be worried about than some people talking crap about the very same policies, man, that his people put in place, man. You see? Okay? Right? But right? These people are proud, okay? And they don't keep their foot at home, man. Okay? They're always in somebody else's business and already else in somebody else's country. Because why? It's because you have an ulterior motive, man. Okay? But you gather unto you all nations and heap up unto you all people, right? And it says, shall not all these things take up a power against thee? And a taunting proverb against him, saying, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. Okay? Now that's pretty much the sentiment that's going on here, man. Okay? Woe means destruction, man. Okay? You increase things that are not yours. How long? How long? And to him that laid himself with thick clay, man. Okay, and the reason why these people are struggling is because they've always been taught to and are encouraged to pretty much live beyond their means, man. Okay, that's the great old American way, man. This is why this place is in great debt, man, in itself, man. Okay, you know, people right now are driving around and you know, guys like him, $100,000 pickup trucks. Okay, because that's pretty much what the cost of them now is. Okay, trucks that they pretty much are struggling to pay off. Okay, all right, delinquent on their payments. Okay, that's a whole different another sector that's going on, which is going to help destroy the economy, man. Okay, these people are pretty much are losing their vehicles left and right, man. Okay, driving cars that they can't afford, man. Okay, just because a line of credit was extended to you, you just because you're so glutton in this place, you take it, man. Okay, all right. This is the land of gluttony, man, and decadence. Okay, you see, okay, and we're seeing now that the chickens are coming home to roost now, man. Okay, that's what's happening right now, man. Okay, and this man, he doesn't like it, man. Okay, he doesn't like it. You see, he doesn't like it. He doesn't like it, man. Okay, he doesn't like the fact that it's being called out, man. Okay, all right, and then you know, and it's always that us against them mentality that they have, man. Okay, when the very elites that are running everything and are benefiting from the riches don't give a damn about this man right here. Okay, you see, they don't give a damn about this man right here though, but they always have that us against them mentality, man. Okay, when you don't have a seat at the table anymore, okay, with the ones that we were once benefiting from, you don't have a seat at the table anymore, man. Okay, they done pulled you away from the table, man, and put you in a high chair, man. Okay, and let you know now how it's gonna go down, man. Okay, and it's gonna be no more crumbs that's coming off the table that you're gonna be benefiting from, man. Okay, you're realizing now the economic and moral decline of this place, man, and you're gonna feel every inch of that, man. Okay, this is where we at here in 2025, man. Okay, and people still fail to realize that, man. Okay, all right, you caught up in everything else, man, but what you really need to be seeing that's in front of you, man. Okay, you worried about what people are saying about you and your people, man. Don't have nothing to do with putting food on your table for your family, man. You see? Okay, that's not paying your bills. You see? You need to worry about the policies that are put in place, man. That is putting you people in a downward spiral, man. Okay, that's what you need to be focusing on. You see? All right, getting back. It says, shall they not rise up suddenly, that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties to them? Okay, yeah, because right now, man, this is vexing this man. Okay, you know, all right, people are pretty much waking up to the hypocrisy, the pride, okay, and the standard that's actually below standard, and really looking at it on a world stage. You know, this place is a laughing stock, man. Okay, you see, they look at this place as a laughing stock, man. Okay, you're not the hunk of the earth anymore, man. Okay, you know the days of pretty much David Hasselhoff, you know, with the leather jacket on, with the taco meat on his chest exposed. No more of that. Okay, you're not the hunk of the earth anymore, man. Okay, people are seeing you for what you are, man. Okay, the common denominator problem in this place, man. Okay, you see, all right. So this now you're seeing the tables being turned now, and people calling you out, man. Okay, it says, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for violence in the land, and of a city of all that dwell therein. Right? Right? Woe to him that covereth with the evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil, man. And these people set their nest on high, man. Okay? All right? Not him per se, but guess what? You're in full allegiance in alliance with the men that are in power, man. Because you still have that us against them mentality, man. Okay? All right? He's still this man like this right here, okay? All right? He's put himself in the driver's seat, so to speak, or in that same basket with the elites, man. Okay, you see, thinking he still got hope here, man. Okay, but he doesn't understand now that now the reproving part is happening, man. Okay, all right. The powers that be is pretty much on trial right now as we speak, man. Okay, you see, all right, and all truth is pretty much coming out, right? It says, thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and have sinned against thy soul, man. You people have sinned against your soul, man, and you have cut off many people, man. Okay, you got a bone to pick with everybody, man, and you think that your beef that you have with everybody is compartmentalized, man. Okay, you see, this is why everybody is pretty much are forming alliances, man. Okay, to come and protect themselves against you, man. Okay, because why? It's because he cannot stop, man. Okay, he's got his foot fully on the accelerator, man. Okay, you see, and he's going pretty much full blast, man. Okay, all right, running into a brick wall. Okay, with gasoline drawers on, man. You see, this is what's happening right now, man. Okay, you know these people are so short-sighted that they can't see the water boiling in the pot, man. Okay, they're like frogs in a pot, man. A slowly boiling water. They can't see it, man. Okay, all right. He doesn't understand what's going on, man, because this is all a spiritual thing, man. Okay, with this brook and stuff like that, and you trying to take the brunt of it, though. Guess what, though, man? Okay, you're gonna receive the same judgment as the ones that of the powers that be, man. Okay, you see, right? It says, for the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it, man. And then this whole infrastructure is decaying, man. Okay, broken roads and streets and places falling apart. Okay, when you go to these other countries, man, how pristine the subway system is, man. Okay, look at the subway system here. Okay, and how it needs to be repaired and pretty much put on a. It's not even brought into the 21st century, man. Okay, it has to be updated. Okay, woe to him that builds a town with blood, and establish a city by iniquity, and that's not what they did. Okay, you see, all right, that's exactly what happened. Okay, you see, right, right. It says, when we get to the point here, let's go down to 15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and maketh himself drunken also, that they may look upon their nakedness, man. You look upon our nakedness for long enough now, man. But now people are waking up to the banana in the tailpipe, so to speak, man. You see? Okay? All right? All right? You right now you're being called out. You don't like it, man. Right? Thou art filled with shame for glory. That's what's happening. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of Yahweh's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be upon that glory, man. And this is what is happening now. When you talk about you strolling through the feed, and everything is coming up against you, okay? And this man, you got this coon, and I don't even know who he thinks he's a gatekeeper for, okay? All right, the people that you jakes running around with his same mentality, man. You gonna join hand in hand. The wicked shall not be acquitted, man. Okay, you see? All right, right, right. That's it, man. You know, shameful spewing should be upon that glory, man. You know, all right, all right. From there, let's go to real quick. I want to get this point out real quick. Let's go to Jeremiah 51, 51 verse 7. Babylon hath been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. And he's feeling that right now, man. The nations are mad. The nations are waking up. The nations are pretty much calling you out, okay, on your BS, man. Okay? And, you know, he don't like it, man. Okay? Well, this is beyond your power right now, man. You can have whatever mindset you want to have, man, but you're going to be destroyed in your own ignorance, man. Okay? You see? Right? Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain, so if she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reacheth up unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. Okay, so your judgment has reached up to heaven, man. Okay, all right, and right now you're being called out on it. Okay, you see, right? For the Lord hath brought forth our righteousness. Come, let us declare in Zion the work of Yahweh our power, man. That's what we're doing right now, man. Okay, you see. So right now there's a whole power shift that's going on, man. Okay, all right, and it starts spiritually, man. Okay, you see. All right. You feeling the brunt of that rebuke that's going on through social media and what have you, okay, all right, and it's not sitting well with him, man. And you're not gonna stay silent. You gotta stay silent and say what, man? Your pride is overpowering your critical thinking, man. Okay, which is gonna be to your own destruction at the end of the day, man. All right, so I'm gonna end it there, and I'm gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. By Hashem Rukakwadash 144. Shalom.